On this YouTube channel, we talk about all kinds of new homes, and that's a combination of new construction homes and used homes that you just cannot resist buying over a new construction home. And this is one of those used homes that you're not going to be able to resist buying over a new construction home. You can see the mountains right there. This community, the neighborhood that this home is in, is at the very top of a bare ridge. The neighborhood's called the Bear Ridge Community, and there's no reason why anybody driving here shouldn't live in the neighborhood or be lost, because this is pretty private. It's not gated or anything like that, but it's definitely on the private side. This home was built in 2005, and you can barely tell, besides the fact that it's got a lot of brown tones in it. First point of character were the French doors. Not a lot of homes in El Paso have those French doors. And then at the very entrance, you have these two big spaces with the huge mirror right there. I mean, this just screams custom home. Now, one unique thing about this home is that it's being sold fully furnished. So all the furniture that comes in this home is exactly how this home is being sold. Now, it's a bit of a weird position to be in, because if you're buying a home with furniture, you're paying for the furniture. But if you're paying for the furniture and the price, you're basically financing furniture for 30 years. So it is helping you out with convenience, but I mean, is the best financial move? Probably not. This home's priced at $585,000, which I definitely feel like is on the upper end, and that has to do with the furniture and the backyard. The backyard is going to be one of the last things, second to last things that we see in this home, and it's absolutely gorgeous. You got a view of the mountain like no other. But yeah, this price is definitely a little bit on the higher end. A lot of people would say it's more like a 540, 550 house, but with the furniture and the view, that's just a matter of how much does the next buyer really think that is worth. And a home's only worth what a buyer's willing to pay and what a seller's willing to sell. But man, this room right here, this room is huge. This room is the size of a regular primary bedroom. That bed in there was literally a king-size bed, and you can barely even tell. It's actually pretty crazy. This closet's definitely not a primary bed type of closet. It's regular closet. As for the condition of this home, the home's in really good condition. I mean, you can barely tell that it's from 2005 because of how good a condition it's in. The recessed lighting in this living room, the owner installed it after buying it. These ceilings are 12-foot ceilings, which just make the space open up like crazy. That's the first living room right there that I just showed you. Then we got the second bath. Sorry, the first half bath is what we have here. Next up is the laundry room. I'll admit to you, the laundry room does feel a little bit crowded. Right now, you'll be able to see it when we walk in here. It doesn't feel like you'd be too cozy in here. It's got all the space you need. It's got the sink, but it just feels a little claustrophobic in here. It's a little awkward to reach your hand over and open up that cabinet. But it's got all the space you need. And you got your garage right here. This is a 2-car garage. Usually homes in this type of neighborhood on the west side of El Paso at 3,000 square feet are 3-car garage for about $570 to $590. And this home's smaller, 2,800 square feet, 2-car garage for $585 at the top of that bracket. But you're really just paying for the backyard on this one. By the way, look at the storage space. This home has a ton of storage space in the garage, lots of unique shelving. But yeah, this home, I really do like this home. I mean, this is the type of home that I would live in. It's just a matter of the price, What's the seller willing to let it go for? If you tried to go for a new construction home in this type of location for this type of size, you'd be like at $900,000. Best case scenario, you could probably get something in Cimarron Canyon for about like the same price, but just smaller, like on the 2,400 square foot range, from not a custom builder, but a good builder, maybe like Colors or something of that manner. As for the alcohol, I'm not entirely sure if the seller plans on leaving it there, even though they're considering leaving it fully furnished. But that alcohol cabinet right there, it's actually pretty interesting. There's some expensive bottles in there. I mean, there's like thousands of dollars worth of alcohol right there. But anyways, this is the primary bedroom. You got recessed lighting, you got the crown molding, ceiling designs all over this. That's a huge bed. Don't let it deceive you. This room is just ginormous. I mean, you could fit another bed in here and you wouldn't even notice it. I didn't open this door, but this door leads out to the backyard, which you'll see right now. It's absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, I haven't said it yet, but it has a pool. Bathroom, great bathroom. I think my only complaint is that the closet could be a little bit bigger. You do have a closet right across, which is this one that I'm opening. It's the towel closet. But this closet I feel like could be bigger for the price of the home. But then again, it's just like, how much is that backyard view worth to you? But right across, I'm going to pan around in a little bit and you'll see this closet. This is where you keep all your towels. The bathtub, the shower, they're both a great size. They're both in good condition, not dirty or anything like that. The sink area could be a little bit bigger. It does feel like let's say there's two people sharing this restroom. It feels like, your blow dryer, your perfume, cologne, razors, and all that toothpaste would start to get a little bit crowded on that sink. But don't get me wrong, it's everything is a good size. Everything's clean. I'm just being a little picky on the critique, but watch, let me show you right here. So you have that vanity area, which is where you pretty much hold everything. That's where you get ready, do makeup, things like that. And keep in mind, you do have those medicine cabinets on both sides so that you don't have to have everything out in the open on your countertop. But anyways, now we're going to go to the second living room, the dining room, and the kitchen. This second living space is awesome because it has tons of natural light coming into it. Take a look at this first living room one more time. I mean, I love the ceilings and the natural light. Yeah, it's gorgeous. But here's that second living room. You got the 4-panel sliding glass doors. The only thing is that now in the 2020s, these types of doors will open all the way. So you can stack all 4 panels on the last panel. On this one, it just opens like a regular door. So just the first two open up. But still, you're getting a ton of natural light inside of this home. And you can tell this is a custom home. I mean, look at all the designs on that island. It's got nice artwork. All the cabinets are pretty well taken care of. And remember, this house is from 2005, and it does not feel like it. And that's because the owner rarely ever lived in the home. He rarely comes to it. Comes to El Paso and uses it pretty much as his Airbnb about 4 times a year, more or less. Disclaimer, I don't help the seller. I don't represent the seller. I represent any home buyer that wants to come forward and make a move on this home. I represent their best interests. That's important to know. I also don't know if the wine comes. That's negotiable, I guess you could say. Right here you got the little pantry. But hey, anyways, I'm going to tell you a little story. While I was in the backyard recording, the neighbors, they came out and looked like they kind of made up an excuse to come out and look and see what I was doing. Because I was here at the house for a while doing videos for my YouTube, my Instagram, and the neighbors were definitely like, man, what's going on here? Is everything okay? Which is usually a good sign because it means you got a good neighborhood. This extended patio is wide and it's long. I mean, this is a huge this patio is massive. You can have your whole party just under this patio. The concrete work, this backyard, this backyard is at least like a $130,000 backyard, maybe even more. Because, patios just don't come like this. If you try to go with a new construction home, you'll get probably a little bit less than half of that. The rock walls on all the sides, I will say, were a bit low. So it was kind of awkward when I was in the backyard and the neighbors came out and started looking at me. I was like, oh, man, I can make direct eye contact with them. But nothing's going to be built behind here ever. So sometimes when you buy a home with no neighbors in the back, you're wondering, what's going to be built there. Nothing's going to be built here. You got your mountain view, and I think the camera doesn't do it much justice. This angle probably does it a little bit more justice, but it looked really pretty in person. And these angles, those views aren't too common in El Paso. By the way, this home is a 3-bed, 3-bath. I skimmed past the office in the beginning, but there is an office, and you can't really make it a bedroom just because it's got the shelving for an office right there. So it'd be hard to make it a bedroom, but hey, there's tons of homes like this available in these nice west side areas. This rock wall does look like it's kind of going to fall down soon, so that needs to be repaired ASAP. But anyways, tons of builders like this, tons of homes like this. There's always going to be options if you're looking for this criteria. Quiet area, real nice custom house that's used. You can get into it. There's 20 plus builder options in El Paso, Texas, and those builder options can get overwhelming. Custom builders as well. There's smaller private builders. I just met with the new custom builder today named Blue Sage, and I had never heard of them before today. And I dive into new construction every single day. So if these options get overwhelming for you, which I do suggest they will, before you go anywhere, before you go to an open house, before you call anybody, call me. I can help you with any home in El Paso, Texas, and I would love to help you.